Do you remember the name? The Yandere. It was recently handed to Doram and refined by Dorami. I would say that Ragnarok is really better than the Yandere. I'm gonna Yandere versus Ragnaroks. I'm gonna talk to you about the beginning level. I think this beginning part is actually scary. I'm not gonna lie, this level is actually scary like Heartbeat. Like, I'm getting some crazy vibes to it. I really like Castric Partition and Dev GT's part. I'm surprised it's just like a time that when the Yandere has come. Well, Danceman's part is not too bad. The only downfall of it is gotta it have to be Dorami's part. It looks rushish. It is probably one of the worst part of an all time. Mr. Lauren. Now this now Jonathan's part. Then we get the Jonathan's part, which it looks cool, but it is like rushes as Dorami's part. Now I really like this background design, Elisione's part. And then we get to Jagos' part. It looks like a skeleton. It looks like a skeleton, like a dinosaur. It looks kind of like the dinosaur, or the skeleton bone dragon. Kind of like the Ouroboros. This level was recently uploaded before I verified Love Kill. This Royal Moisty and Master X part is by far the best part. Really like the glitch effect. Then we get to brand stuff. It's absolutely awful. It's just kind of basic block design, and basically uninspired. The levels part of that by Mole Pandas looks pretty good. But with this, I really like the eye. It's really scary. Hold on. It was like the I really like the eye part. I like the eye part. I really like the eye part behind this block right here. I'm surprised that someone is staring at you. You at this you wanted to die. Very sorry. As I was saying, I really like the eye effect. Still you wanna die. Chair tracks logo right here. It kind of like speeds. Then get the Mazos part, which is absolutely awful. This is kind of shit at the beginning. Perhaps overall Mazos part. I really expect the thing is like the Furious, like the Furious or God Eaters with those black and white spikes, but it's combine each other. I mean, kind of. Who you have such soul. Actually on. I think that people might can't get past like 98%. Look at this. It's easier to not hit that. I believe you can die at 97% or 98%. Overall, this level is pretty okay. I mean that the Yandere. I told you about the Yandere. This is completely out of place though. So I'm not gonna lie, this is actually completely out of place. Overall, this level is not too bad. Ragnar. But it's not my idea is to compare the Yandere to Ragnarok. It's the community he of the level, and Rob Tub is the host. But else I should talk to you about the level. Oh, I think I really like this guy. And then it's kind of like copied from copied from God Eater. Well, personally not. This level has the best block designs. Not the best blocks. And at Rustenford, there's like a scary myth of butterfly or whatever you call, appeared onto the level. Oh, I think it's kind of completely out of place though. Let me get to this part, which absolutely okay. But overall, it turns out that Zoro is partying with portal spam. That's why I'm not a big fan of. That's why I'm not a big fan of the Toxin Lab series, because it has a spam portal all. Overall, Zoro, I think it's the best creator, but it turns out he made like this, he spam portals everywhere. He made like portal spam. This one. Oops. That's why I'm not a big fan of this, because it has this portal spam. This is the same kind of like Toxin Lab, but it has like a portal spam, but kind of separated. Let me get to this slow. This part is absolutely messy. Perhaps we should look at this part. I think this is the same I like God Eater, but it's completely out of place. It looks like it doesn't really fit the theme to it. It's like kind of like God Eater. Have it replaced. It's way too dark and too gritty. This part is way too dark apparently. In a way that the people recently potentially die at the end of the level, just like the Yandere. Perhaps Ragnarok is by far the best than Yandere. Perhaps Applied News section has the most average block design and with some minimal. Overall, I really like this part right here. Then we get to the halfway point after this artist's work design. I think it's kind of similar to Thanos. And kind of similar to the Thanos is cool. And the Gaudy. Similar to Wood Kid. But it's not my idea to compare the Ender and to Ragnarok. No, it's the community at the level. Like GD community. You told me to do it. Oh. I think it has the same part like the Yandere with like those two triangles, those two spikes that combine each other. And kind of like God Eater. Rural and Lex part. Then we get finally at the end of the level, which is this glitch effect. I think this glitch effect is completely out of place though. It doesn't really fit the theme to it. It's way too bright. It looks like someone is drinking a bunch of milks all over and spew it onto the screen. We get the Darwin section is really on until you get to normal boys part, which you completely die at the end of the level over and over again. It's completely died at the end of the level over and over again. Overall, I placed that a bit. I really like this last art at the end of the level. It was last really awesome, but it's way too bright actually. It looks like there's a bunch of sun onto the screen. Overall, this place is higher than Yandere. Dude. And at the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I'm sorry, this is actually a short one, but I haven't think about a bad part because of the those two levels are recently decent, by the way. So I'll see you there.